पागल मुझे किया गोरिया मैं पागल मुझे किया गोरिया चुराना मेरा.
Right, superb. How many of you enjoyed it? Give me E in the chat window if you just enjoyed it. Just give me E in the chat window. How many of you here are joining for the first time and are wondering, chal kya raha hai yahan par? Give me a smile in the chat window. If you're someone who's joining it the first time and saying, what's going on in here? Yahan to kuch confidence booster challenge tha, but I can only see dance happening. Love that. Thank you so much for those smiles in the chat window. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. Friday evening, all of you had a choice to be somewhere else. You showing up tells me a lot about you. And today is the day 2 of the challenge booster, 21 days challenge, confidence booster challenge. And we're going to be making sure we make the most of it. So what we're going to be doing is, if you are someone who's not watched the day 1 video, my strong suggestion to you is to first watch day 1. It's there on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube video. We're going to be having a challenge winner as well. And we're going to be giving multiple winners rather. I'm going to be giving you the giveaway worth 8,000 rupees based on how much massive action you're going to be showing in this challenge. Now, मैंने एक और चीज दे दिया for every single one of you to take action for your own self. So once we end this, make a lot of notes, click pictures, share it on Insta or under the Facebook Live or on the YouTube and tag me and Charismatic for us to be able to pick up the winner. Now, what is going to be the topic for today? What was the topic for yesterday? Give me the chat window. What did we do? How many of you actually did that in the last whatever hours has gone by? Give me in the chat window what was the action which we had taken for ourselves to make it happen. Give me in the chat window. What was it? Yes, absolutely right, Abhilasha. Stop negative self-labeling of our own self. We're going to be speaking high of ourselves and for everyone around us. Today, what we're going to be talking about is the emotion. It's going to be about the emotion. What kind of emotion do we feel every single time we feel a little low on confidence? Come on, give me the chat window. What do you think? What kind of emotion do you feel whenever you feel that, you truly want to do this, but then, the confidence is not there to be able to take the action? What's the emotion which comes? Share with me in the chat window. What's the emotion do you feel at that point in time? We feel anxiety, we feel fear, we feel little disappointment in our own selves. We feel sad as well, even though we truly want to do it, but we are not able to gather that courage to make that happen. We feel fear in the tummy, disappointment. We feel that missing thing in our stomach. Some of us feel it in our throat, some in our heart, some of us are in our stomach. So what I want to know is these are the couple of the emotions we feel, and why do we feel that? Why do we feel that? The reason we feel these emotions is that we truly want to do it, but we are not feeling enough confidence inside our own self, wherein we believe that we will not be able to meet our needs. And by chance, if I do it, what if I fail? And we have so much fear, have a fear of either rejection, of being judged by people, or fear of, some of us have fear of success as well, that we do not take the step to get into that territory. With me, guys? So we all go through these emotions. So what we do is we lay back and go back into our comfortable zone. We either do that, or what we do is we go and talk it to someone else. We kind of just let it out. And the moment we let it out, we're like, chalo, abhi baat ho gaya, emotion mera settle ho gaya, let me just not take a decision. How many of you here know that there's so many things, rather there's one thing which you've been telling for yourself from many years now, or many days now, or many weeks now? You know that you have to do it, but you're not able to take an action on it. So what you do instead is either you go and start watching Netflix, or you talk to your friend or to someone, you just let it out, and that decision further goes into somewhere deep inside your heart again. Bilkul andar. Give me in the chat window. We don't know for how long we have done it. How many of you can give the date as well? How long have you been doing that to yourself? You've been thinking of it, you've been talking about it, but then you distract yourself, it kinds of go behind the scenes and say, nahi yaar, mujhse nahi hoga. For too long, 2 years, me, so many of you are saying me, well, high five, I've been there. I do that for some of the things even today as well. But the only thing is the time is shortened now. As you all know, we're all building the muscle of confidence. We do not have confidence. We are building the confidence on a daily basis. So what I want you all to today understand for yourself, that one of the things which you're going to be starting for yourself is believe in the word decide. Write this word and bada likh lo. DECIDE. And I want you all to build this confidence for yourself of making a decision. And what is the decision going to be? Either I will do it or also make a decision that I will not do it. You either make a decision that I'll surely do it, which means you commit to it, or you decommit to it. What does decommit means? Wherein you make your peace with it that I am not going to be doing this in this year or next year in the next 3 years. So let me not bother myself again and again. Let me not self-label myself again and again. Let me just not make things harder for myself that it only scoops out my confidence any further. How many of you are ready to either decide or decommit? Either decide or decommit. And it's absolutely okay for us to decommit as well. Sometimes I say we take a lot of pressure. We become so much unkind to our own self that जो थोड़ा बहुत confidence होता है उसको भी खत्म कर देते हैं. Just because we're carrying so much pressure on our shoulders. And why do we have that pressure? Because we think we should do this. And why we should do this? Because we feel someone next to me is doing it. So if they're doing it, I should also do it. I want to little release the pressure of should. I want you all to reevaluate your shoulds. So right at this point, I'm going to be reevaluating my shoulds. What if those shoulds are not even true for me? What if those shoulds are actually not for me? They were for someone else, they might be true, but for me, it's not true. If someone is able to exercise for 90 minutes, maybe I'm not the one who's going to be starting with 90 minutes. I will decommit myself from it. Rather, I would say I will only start with 30 minutes. Because if I'm not able to do something consistently for 30 minutes, how am I going to be even aiming for 90 minutes for the complete 7 days? Making sense. Give me a MS in the chat if this is making sense. So decide. When you decide, I want you to have the new meaning of decide. What does decide mean? For the longest period in my life, guys, I want you all to know. For the longest period in my life, I was like, can someone else tell me if this is going to be the right thing to do? Give me a smile in the chat window like, yeah, Shruti, even right at this moment, I'm feeling, can someone tell me if this is the right thing to do? I kept on waiting. Someone has to tell me if I do this, I will pakka achieve this. I was waiting for someone else to decide for me that if you confirm me that if I do this, I'll get the results of it, then let me take a plunge of it. Now, what I want you to know is the only person who can decide or who can make it work is you. It's not about just making decisions. When you decide in your own being, you feel it in every cell of your body, and then you know how the game plays. The way we play the game is, once I have decided, I will make it happen. You start working on it. You use your resources to make it work. It is not always the decisions you make. It's also what happens after those decisions. Like for me, just an hour before, I have made a decision of investing over 8 lakh rupees this month on my own self-growth. Now, how many of you feel that's like must be a tougher decision to make, to kind of trusting the process or trusting the person with whom I'm going ahead with? Now, what I also know it for a fact is that's the first step of the game. The second step is that now I have made this decision. I have taken the pinch. I'm going to be working on it. I will make it work. With me, guys. So you decide, because when you decide, you put all your resources, because it's your decision, and you put all your resources to make it work. So what I'm going to be doing today is, I want every single one of you to put down for yourself. The first thing which I want you, the affirmation of today is going to be, I can count on myself for my needs and I can make them happen. I want every single one of you to write this down. This is going to be your emotion starting from today. I can count on myself for my needs and I can make them happen. And I can't even tell you, once you start saying this to your own self, you own the 100% responsibility of every action you're going to be taking. You can have the toolkits, you can have your coaches, you can study, you can read books, but you're going to be always knowing that I'm the one who's in charge of meeting my needs. And that's all how you're building your confidence. Every single day, you tell yourself, I can meet my needs. I can make things happen. I can meet my needs. Subconsciously, you're training your mindset to take your confidence to another level. How many of you are understanding what I'm saying? How many of you feel that makes a lot of sense? Yes. So what you do is every single time you are getting into doubts of yourself or fear, and let me tell you, every single time you're going to be going into an unknown territory, every single time you're going to be taking a decision, going to be taking a step which is beyond you, you will get fearful. You will get self-doubt. I had a pinch, a crunch in my stomach when I was making that payment. I was like, Shruti, you need to get into this zone and you know where you're going to be reaching once you make that kind of a decision. I want all of you to feel that crunch in your stomach and yet tell yourself at that very moment, I can meet my needs. I can meet my needs and I will make it happen. What I want you to know is the moment you have this kind of conversation with your own self, you will be surprised by your own self. You will be surprised by the kind of actions you will start taking from then on. Because most of the time we're relying on someone else to make things work for us. The moment you get into this state, you get to know about your own self more than what you know about yourself right today. Yes, super. Now, the second part of it, what I want you all to do is I want every single one of you to take this as a challenge of today, wherein I want you to share with me what is that one thing which you have been postponing the most. You know it is lying somewhere here. You know it is lying. For some of you, it's going to be in your head. For some of you, it's going to be in your heart. You know it's kind of crunching you. It could be making that call to your relative. It could be making that call to kind of fix something with your loved ones when some little jittery is there. Maybe you just picking up a phone and saying sorry, or just saying that I love you to someone, or maybe just picking up a course which you have been kind of postponing from a long time. You could be someone who kind of investing for your growth, or it could be someone just spending more time. I don't know what is it going to be for you. I want every single one of you to share with me what is that one thing which you have been postponing a lot, and you know that it's taking a lot of the space in your head. And unknowingly, subconsciously, it is just scooping your confidence out. It's just taking your credibility away from your own self. Awesome. Planning my day well, investing on new business strategy, planning my day well, being financially independent, learning driving, waking up 5 a.m., doing my executive management course, doing a webinar, start reading, whatever it is. Here's the challenge for today. I want every single one of you to take one small action towards this goal of yours before you sleep tonight. One small action. For the ones who say, I want to build a business, well, of course, you cannot build a business by the time we meet tomorrow. But what I want you to do is to take one action. It could be as simple as just finding out what kind of name do you want to keep? What is going to be the niche for you? What is going to be the thing? One small, or just making a call to someone that, this is my ideas. I just need to discuss with you. For you, it could be if someone is saying, I want to learn driving, and that's something which is in my head from a very long time. And I think if I do that, it will really add a lot to me. What you would do is you'll pick up the phone and you'll start finding the driving schools, or you'll start finding the person. You'll at least make few calls today. If you're someone who's saying weight management, just give yourself a mega habit, a mega habit kind of a challenge to yourself that starting from today, I'll drink 3 liters of water. Starting from tomorrow, at least this thing I'm going to be doing for the next 21 days. Are you guys with me? Whatever it is, if you're someone who's saying I'm doing a webinar, all you will do is, Shruti, I have finalized the date of my webinar. Do that action. I want every single one of you to know it's not one mega activity which builds confidence. It is your ability to take small risk every single day and accomplish them. When you accomplish teeny, mini risk every single day, you build a credibility, you build a confidence in yourself which stays with you for life. It's not like one day, we're going to be like a 360 transformation. We're like, yeah, I'm बहुत confident. And no, it's what you do on a daily basis will be deciding how soon can we build this our confidence muscle of ours. So with me, do you guys all know your challenge for today? If you're someone who's saying planning my day, take out your planner. Take out your planner. I can show you my planner is right here, just next to you. So this is my planner, tiny change. You can have your planner say, I'm going to be ordering the planner today for me to start planning for myself. If you're someone who says, I want to start gratitude journal, take out your journal or open the Amazon and order one. This is my gratitude and my goal journal. So what I want to do is just small action, but take that action. You're going to be saying, but Shruti, iske liye bahut planning chahiye, iske liye ye karna hai, wo karna hai. Then again, we are procrastinating. Again, we're giving ourselves reason not to take an action. Promise. If you're up to make that promise, give me IP in the chat window. For the ones who are saying exercise, 15 minute ka exercise aaj karna. Bina kare sona mat, just go for a walk, and I'll tell you, you will see how, how you started to kind of take small actions, starting building to belief in your own self. Yes. Awesome. Superb. So that's for today. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for the promises in the chat window. Remember, your notes, your takeaway, your picture, anything you want to share on the Instagram, tag me, Charismatic You. There's going to be giveaway at the end of every week, and then we'll see the final challenger, the final winner as well, and it's going to be worth 8,000 rupees. So thank you so much for your time. You take good care of yourself. Tomorrow again, we're going to be meeting at 5 p.m. for 15 minutes. I'm going to be keeping it as live only tomorrow. So make sure what are we going to be making sure? That we show up. We're going to be making sure that we show up. We show up. Your only challenge for today is pick up that one thing which you have been procrastinating from a very long time and take one teeny action towards it before you meet me tomorrow. Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for your time out here. For the ones who are asking me about previous day, everything is shared already in the Telegram group. All the links are there of yesterday as well. Go and start watching, start taking an action. And I'm really excited to see your pictures, your takeaways, and your notes. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining in. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend. Bye.